practical strategies for stabilizing students with classic autism. Getting to go. Individuals with Asperger's syndrome or high-functioning autism wake up in the morning with their game piece on the go square, ready to play their game of life. To do so, they often have particular daily supports that enable them to move around their game board of life. Individuals with classic autism wake up in the morning and must first find their game piece and then get it to the goal square on the game board of life. I have learned over time how to efficiently streamline the process I refer to as getting to go for students with classic autism. Besides working well for students and adults I have supported, it also works well in my own life as an individual with classic autism. Neither internal nor external regulation just happens for individuals on the autism spectrum. They must bring deliberate and ongoing attention to these areas. It is difficult because our bodies do not afford us with a constant experience, but instead we have variable experiences of awareness and a processing of what is happening in the world around us. Our senses work together to bring us information from the world around us. For people with autism, the information gained from the senses sometimes comes in a bit differently than it seems to come in for people who do not have autism. The three main effects of this difference is that information may come in too big, too small, or distorted. This can happen in any, some, or all of the senses. When this happens, the world can feel unsafe or dangerous. It can feel like being in one of those mirror distortion houses at carnivals. Imagine if that experience was thrust upon you and you didn't know what was what. You didn't know which experiences were real and which ones were illusions. And furthermore, you had no way of knowing when it would stop. This can precipitate varying reactions. It may cause the feeling of having physically disappeared, or perhaps just the opposite, that one has become too large to fit through the doorway. In addition, we may experience the moving sensation that being on a small boat in turbulent waters can bring, even if in reality our body is standing completely still on solid ground. Using a sensory diet to support regulation is important. It allows improved participation during the school day. Sensory regulation involves actively adjusting amounts and kinds of incoming sensory information in a way that allows for optimal functioning when one's neurology does not permit this to occur automatically. Bringing intentionality to sensory regulation is one component of internal regulation. Using visual schedules affords those of us with autism a way to make sense of what is going on in the world around us. A visual schedule allows the world outside our body to be organized. This is important because the neurology of some individuals doesn't always permit them to know where to look to pick up the social cues of what will happen next. A visual schedule shows what will happen in what order during a specific period of time. Here are some examples of visual schedules. It is interesting to note that even though I am an accomplished adult, an author, and manage my own consulting business, and have parented 3 now grown sons, I still use visuals every day in my life. In fact, the many practical internal and external regulation strategies I've used extensively in my consultation for students also work for adults. Bringing intentionality to both internal and external regulation allows all of us with classic autism to live a better life, doing and being all we want in this world.